Good morning, LOD. Here for week 10. Bold bets, bold flavors. I want to get into the flavor first. I'm kind of hungry. It's breakfast time. This is a pretty simple one, but if you haven't had these before, I would recommend them. Solely fruit jerky. They used to sell them at Costco, and they stopped selling them, which sucked because they were a lot cheaper there. Then they showed up at Sam's Club, which is where I got these. I would eat them every single day if they kept them in stock, but something tells me that's the end of the run at Sam's Club too. You can find them at stores and stuff. I'm not a rep for Solely or anything, although I would be. If they would send me like a pallet of these things a year, dude, sign me up, man. This is mango. Mango is probably my favorite flavor of what they have. They also have pineapple. Both really kind of tasty. All right. It's kind of a new age we live in. You know, when I was growing up, they had like fruit roll-ups, which I don't know. Maybe that was fruit, but it was probably like high fructose corn syrup. Now everyone's, thinking about what they're putting in their body. So this is just like straight organic mango, and it's way fucking better. So much better. I like fruit roll-ups too. Damn, dude, it is worth the trip to the store to buy these things. I don't know. I think there's a Seinfeld episode too where George ate one of these and he had like an increased libido or something.
Very good. Juicy.
Yeah.
Ripe. Boy, Miss Jo's got some terrific fruit.
What?
I feel like I got a B12 shot. This is like a taste explosion.
I told you. What is it?
I think it moved. Oh my God, I think it moved. Yeah, give me the big piece. I'll see you later.
Hi, George.
I'm back, baby! I'm back!
Anyways, good stuff. Shout out to Ickett. Welcome to the league. Welcome to the fray. In fact, let's take a look real quick. First of all, wash this down real quick before we start talking with my trophy. For those of you who don't know, and probably don't care, this is what you win in foosball. I think Brian's coming for it this year. Freaking team is stacked, dude. I gotta play against you this week in foosball and LOD. Check it out though. Look at this upgrade. Boom. Then it starts lighting up in here. I take this thing to Vegas sometimes. I have to leave it up in the room because everybody starts asking me questions about it. Oh, where'd you get that? That thing's so cool. What, you're in a fantasy league? What, you win this thing? Yeah. You win this thing. All right. Let's move on to the league. So, Ickett. I kind of wonder if you're just going to leave your name this. That would be funny. You are 1-8. I don't know what the logistics are as far as like what you're paying, what Kel's paying, or if anyone's just saying, no, screw it, it's a wash. Like, I don't care. Just let me know. I'm the treasurer. I'll refund money or keep it on Ickett's behalf. I don't care. Ickett, you gotta. I imagine you're playing by the same rules as the rest of us, though, which means you need to start winning games. You need to start winning games so you don't end up in the toilet bowl and have to pay some fine at the beginning of the next year. Yeah, that would suck. I don't know. I was actually looking at your team. It's like, dude, how is Cal losing with this roster? I mean, he got rid of Breece Hall, which definitely hurt his team. I think if he kept Breece Hall and then just managed his roster and played the right guys, he would definitely not be 1-8 right now. He'd probably be like 3 and something, maybe 4. Puka Nacua, keeper, probably. Or who knows? I don't know. I don't know what your style is. You might get in here and just trade this stuff into something different. Yep, that's your division. Good luck, man. Dave, what the hell, man? What is that picture? You know what's crazy is this is a pretty competitive season. Aside from like Baja Division, where you have like just these splits, right? 1-8, 2-7, and the top two teams. You get a lot of teams that are like right in the mix of it all, right? 6-3, the lowest is 4-5. Dirty. This division's kind of the same thing, where it's a little bit of a tale of two halves. And then BlackRock, our division, same thing, man. 2 wins is separating everything. Ty, you would be 3-6 right now if not for, whatever Kel's reasoning was for not putting Brissett in there. Kel, Kel's not in this league anymore. Unless you're a co-owner with Suey, then you do hear what I'm saying. Why didn't you just put Brissett in? Like, if 90% odds are Brissett's going to start, don't leave Kyler Murray in your starting spot and then wait until the last minute to switch it. Like, roll with the highest odds. I knew on, like, Friday or Saturday, Kyler was out. They weren't even going to start him if he was healthy, but they were like, quote unquote, he's unhealthy, so we're going to roll with Brissett. Anyways, I don't know. It's a good season so far. We still got 5 games before we even make it to the playoffs. So for the most part, most of these teams have an opportunity to sniff a bracket. Bri, hope I beat you this week, man. I think that's going to determine whether you or I have a shot at a bracket is what happens between us this week. All right, let's go to bets. So last week, I went 0-2. Bri went 0-2. The week before, we both went 0-2. We've been getting our asses kicked lately. Like I said, it's a dead part of the season where I don't know, you just have these crazy blowout games, although it's not the team that was supposed to win is having the blowout. Like, the Colts got destroyed last week, right? It wasn't even a close game, even though if they scored some points to kind of make it tighter at the end. So it just really makes you not have a ton of confidence in many teams. Like I said, I'm tapering down my bets until we can get past this. For some reason, the beginning of the season is when I tend to have success, and then right during this part of the season is when I lose all the money that I made at the beginning of the season. So let's not do that. That being said, before we get into this, I still have a good purse due to that $100 bet that I won earlier this year. So my bankroll is $158 right now. I am $58.02 over my starting bankroll. That is pretty sweet. Bri, you're not too far behind. You're $78.35, assuming you've updated. Yeah, you've updated your stuff. So, wait, did you update your stuff? I don't know if that's last week or this week. I don't know. Bri, you can help us out with that one. You've either got $78 or $68. I'm feeling pretty good, but I don't feel like losing money making stupid 17 teaser parlays right now. I want to let the league settle a little bit. My bets this week, Eagles versus Green Bay Packers. Eagles just to win. I don't think they're getting enough credit for the fact that they are a Super Bowl team still. They are the Super Bowl champions. The Packers, they haven't showed that they can go to a Super Bowl right now. There's all that hype because, I don't know, they've had a hot start to the year, but they just lost Tucker Kraft. Eagles just gained some defensive players via trades right before the deadline. I don't understand why the Eagles are, just underdogs right here. I guess because they're playing in Lambeau. But didn't somebody just beat Green Bay in Lambeau recently? I don't get it. Really. I probably should have smashed this a little bit harder, but whatever. I'm just not butting a lot right now. In the parlay, kind of took the same bet. Eagles with the spread, so they can lose by a point, and I'll still win that part of it. The Cardinals versus the Seahawks. I know the Cardinals had some weird resurgence with Brissett against the Cowboys last week. Don't think that that's a sticky stat. Plus, Seattle dominating right now. They are a team you probably want to bet on then over and over again. Probably like the Eagles, actually. I think those are some of the safer bets right now. Ravens versus Vikings. This one is really more of a bet on the Ravens playing in desperation mode. They are probably in the playoffs from here on out. They need to win every single game. Otherwise, they are in danger of missing this year, which, would be kind of a disaster for Lamar. Like, he is this electric, dual threat quarterback, but he's still capable of just breaking out this, long touchdown run should a play break down. And it would kind of suck to have another season go by where he doesn't get to showcase his abilities like on a bigger stage. So I think they're gonna play to win this game. And then Detroit versus the Commanders. This is probably the scariest bet on this ticket because the Lions have to win by 8, which sucks. I thought I actually brought them down to 7. So, man, they got to win by 2 scores against the Commanders. And the only reason I'm taking this bet is because the Commanders got squished by the Chiefs not too long ago, and it was a 2-score game. Lions aren't the kind of team that drop 2 straight, and they might also be getting a little desperate too. They've lost more games than I would have expected by this point in the season. So I think they're going to come out on fire again. I wish it was at Detroit. Like I said, I probably wanted to buy this down to -7, and I don't know what happened. The site just didn't let me. So if it was at Detroit, I would say, yeah, they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. Hopefully they win by 2 touchdowns. All right.